What's the verdict with the resonance comparisons, Dom? Are we...
Not doomed, no. But I have every reason to be concerned. Tangles only form in areas of intense magical concentration. That they're so common here in the Enclave makes it clear that this place is overflowing with magic. Have you ever blown into a bladder until it pops? I worry that's where we're...
No. Have you?
Ah. Well, I am from Renland.
The patterns did show signs of change then.
Subtle but present. What was intriguing was watching them relax over time.
So things might recover if we could bring an end to the tangles?
I think so. How exactly we pursue that agenda, I'm not sure. But we have said...
We have to tell the Axel, though. She needs to...
Oh. We?
Yeah. It's time.
We have our Norian prototypes. How you feeling? Theories proven, research...
A successful collaboration by any measure.
So, we know the cave was inaccessible because of the leak.
Yes, suggesting most other tangles are from damage to the tapestry. Major breakages always seem to have one nearby.
If there's raw magic in that part of the tapestry, at least.
Exactly. Now that we know how to shut down a part of the tapestry.
What did you find in the notes from the cave?
Exactly what I was hoping to see. Advanced material sciences. Result...
Unsuccessful containment.
True. But in fairness, it wasn't the new design that failed.
I'm glad I could help, Sev.
More than anything, this has reminded me that not all Norians are...
Some are you.
And it's enough to give me hope that...
Or at least open some eyes.
Exactly. That's a problem for the future, though.
Both of you this time.
It is. We've identified a long-term risk to our people.
You have.
That's sweet. Wait.
Arakim, do you know how intense the competition to become Axel? Even in our diminished state, it is ruthless. Each guild jockeying for its representative to be elevated. To win the seat, you need allies, knowledge.
You've been watching us.
I have been watching you, Bryn.
Always a test.
What I have seen is growth. Your enthusiasm, but in working with Bryn's band, I've seen just as you came here to do, to lay out a set of clear steps we should take to preserve... You should act on your recommendations with my complete support. I know you're not making them lightly. So yes, it was a test.
You just said...
I did. The scouts have been ignored for far too long. Unless you disagree.
No.
Good. And you should thank... She raised a very salient point. Now take a knee, would you? There's work to be done. If we have learned anything, in the we, as a people, and yet we have not recognized them, and so I elevate you. May your initiative and
You must be thinking of running after the emergency.
Intriguing to think of the smiths and priests working side by side down here.
The preachers you grew up with would launch an hour-long diatribe at the very thought, yeah?
An hour would just be the
Detailed smithing logs with Xavier's name on them. Lots of sketched out designs, mostly in the margins.
Doodles always help me think too.
Is that bottled magma?
I've got one. I can't believe it's still warm. And you can feel the magic pulsing through it.
I wonder if proximity to the coral has affected it in some way.
Think that's all I'm going to find down here. Get your research hat ready, Lane. There's a lot.
I do not need a hat.
Council records him. Wonder what else the Eye was hiding from his people. Records on the construction and maintenance of grand gates across the Enclave. Looks like research that's been compiled on the ecological and geographic impact of the surge across the Enclave's landscape. There's an entire section on the widening of the Great Chasm.
Let me guess. You're trying to find another way to reach the source. I'm all for it. We'll be able to speak more easily there.
Ugh, I'm sick of your voice already.
Such impoliteness is unbecoming of you. Didn't your parents raise you to be a nice, respectful... girl? I gathered from how the eye spoke of his own daughter that those are the core values your kind instills in their offspring.
Expedition to the source shortly after the surge. Enchanters to suffer severe damage to the coral. All who participated in the expedition were sworn to secrecy by the eye and power of the tide.
It's a little bit beautiful. It's like reaching into the past and shaking hands with its designer.
I think she'd be happy to see it up and running.
I think so too. Plans set in motion decades ago, slowly ticking towards.
This is really very...
You figured it out then?
Yes, Xavier's idea was to use an alchemical process similar to what Dharm and I just elements left over from weaving flame strands distilled and used to treat magma.
Literal magma? The blood of the earth?
Enchanted magma. Measured precisely from one of Xavier's containers, he could delicately control temperature in a forge or foundry.
Sola will be over the moon. I'll let her know.
And I'll collate the more technical details. They'll be ready when she is. I hope you're not afraid of diving into bottomless pits.
Hardly. Maybe.
Despite the Grand Gates no longer functioning, there is a more direct way to reach by dropping straight down into a rift in Lower Denevron.
You know, last time I wanted to charge into a restricted area, you were...
People change. Maybe I've learned a thing or two about calculated risk-taking from you. And
with this knowledge and Sev's plan to control the miasma with the aeroliths, I'll get Aurea to call a meeting with the Axel.
Perfect.
Magma?
Is it not lava?
I thought it was only lava if it bubbled up from underground.
You heard the news then?
Oh, I'm sorry, Bryn. We ruined the surprise.
It's fine. Just...
We're confident that between the two of us, we can make Xavier's plan work.
And I'm keen to try it out. I was up sketching all night, and I have an idea. If it works, we'll gather more. The veil has to open someday, and with...
Or maybe we'll stay. Either option provides you many potential students.
Or maybe...
We could do both.
We'll make it work. After we get this...
I have every faith we will... All right, everyone. Let's give Khan Arteme the rundown.
Using the aeroliths, I can trigger a miasma.
It is advised that your people remain indoors during
The miasma will flow from the source, which will lessen the raw magic enough to keep Bryn safe.
And how is she going to get there without the Grand Gate?
She'll drop in through the rift in Lower Denevron.
Skies, of course she will.
Don't worry. I've got plenty of experience scaling.
Once she's in the underworks, she'll stay within the Ark's protective field and follow it to the source where it will fulfill its purpose. To pacify...
And what about the Herald?
That's where you're going to need to trust me.
You really think you can do this?
Growing up in a freehold in Carnhaven, joining a weaver band seemed impossible. In my first weaver band, becoming a point seemed impossible. Then I met Aurea. And not to yet here we are. What I'm about to do.
You've asked me to guide us. Now, it's...
Kenrick lied to us for decades. It's hard to believe anyone who says they're going to take care of the Surge, but with how open you've been, and everything you've done for us already, we will stay and fight.
Thank you.
Bryn, I'll coordinate with Sev. This is going to be a challenging expedition. Are you ready?
There's a few things.
Good idea.
Another stockpile coming in from the Axel soon.
I wish I had your baskets.
Oh, Bryn! How did it go?
It worked amazingly. In fact, I was almost too...
Oh, I must have prepared it incorrectly.
I'm kidding, Lane. It was perfect.
Ah, your elevated wit eludes me once again.
If you two are done messing around, it's excellent to hear that the potions worked.
As much as you need. It's not hard to make.
That's very good news. I wonder why the Eye never explored this as an option.
I would assume the reason sits somewhere between lack of care and gross negligence. Speaking of the Eye, Bryn, the Axel and I had a chance to sit and talk for a while. Would you believe that she isn't his biggest fan either?
There were some subtle context clues.
We were indeed not very cordial with each other at the best of times.
In particular, the way he kept secrets rubbed us both the wrong way. We found ourselves in agreement that any new government here should be built on a foundation of trust and respect.
A foundation that will only be built if we secure our survival. Lane and I don't agree on everything, but it was good to sit and speak.
It's not every day that one has the privilege of watching a new order emerge.
Perhaps you will be here to document it.
I should like that very much. I'm struck with inspiration to be here as it's been.
Oh, they're gone. Do they always?
Yes. That...
Well, with my mind at ease, for now, at least.
We're here to help. Talk later.
Strand. Happy to weave that into your mantle. And then the priest says that they make certain exceptions.
You...
There. No.
No.
Then let's not fight again.
That's unreasonable.
Of course. I love you.
I love you too.
This is going to be a challenging expedition.
Have Eric escort Khan up.
Good.
You all worry too much.
I know that.
He'll right.